Well, Sarah and I ended up going on a road trip. We ended up going out west up into Wisconsin. Then we drove down to Florida, and we're actually on our way home now. We went looking at equipment, and in this video we're just going to throw a bunch of clips together from the little trip we went on. We ended up staying with my parents down in Florida. They have a retirement home down in the Villages. We ended up running around on the golf carts with them for a little while, and ended up spending the night with them. Then the following day we ended up going out on an airboat in the swamps in Florida. We're going to show you, we're just going to put some clips in from that, and towards the end of the video I'll show you what we ended up getting when we were up in the state of Wisconsin. Now, there was a truck and a tractor that I was looking at down in Florida as well, but they didn't materialize into being anything that we were interested in. We are looking for a truck for Sarah. She's a little disappointed right now that we weren't able to find anything. Just the stuff that we were looking at just wasn't what we were exactly interested in. So, what'd you think of the trip, Sarah? A little long?
Yeah, it was alright.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
Yeah. So last year when I went on a road trip, I went alone, and this year I didn't want to go alone again. My wife doesn't really like running around and looking at machinery, but Sarah was more than happy to go with me. So we're just going to throw a bunch of clips together here. Now, like I said, my parents live down in a retirement community down in Florida, and you can get to everything via you can get to everything on a golf cart. We ran around with them. There is, I don't know how many golf courses down there, and everybody runs around on golf carts like they're cars. So we'll share that with you, and then, like I said, at the end of the video you'll see what we ended up getting in Wisconsin. And I apologize, it's just clips that were just going to be tossed in there. Every time I should have been videoing something, I wasn't, and I missed a lot of opportunities. However, it's just a pain in the butt sometimes to deal with the camera. So enjoy the video. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you at the end. Unbelievable the amount of windmills there are here in Indiana. Both sides of the road, as far as the eye could see. Looks like they did a pretty neat job putting them in. There's been some spots that we've been by, and the guys plant right up to them and they go right around them. do you think of our trip so far, huh, Sarah?
Well, it's wonderful.
Wonderful?
Yeah.
You having fun running the golf cart around?
Kind of. I wish it went faster.
Yeah, you wish it went faster. Yeah, these golf carts are set at, they're governed at like 20 or 25 miles an hour. There is a set speed here for the golf course, or for the golf carts to run. So they have to run at a specific speed and no more than that. So we're just kind of riding around here, killing some time. Oh, somebody blew a horn.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's the big thing on the ground?
No, that's an alligator.
I can't see it.
That was the one that was under the water.
It's a little more appealing for the reptiles to kind of stay in the water, but the sun does kind of draw them out even on cooler days. So as the day wears on, it'll probably be more turtles and stuff like that coming out. So seen one gator, and as we were taking off, he went down under the weeds again. So I know a few places they hang out. I'm going to give it my best shot, but the conditions aren't the greatest right now. So you guys got them hats flipped around. Hang on to them hats. The wind's it's going to be hitting us in the face on the way back, so we'll be definitely going to be in the wind. So just hang on to all your stuff. All right, good. You got a blanket. I like that. All right. All right, let's go have some fun. Yeah, I had a couple people that they were kind of underdressed on that last ride.
Yeah, I saw him. The one was just shivering.
Where we go?
Don't have oil in their feathers. They can dive underwater and swim like fish. Just like that one that jumped in back there. Really good at grabbing fish out here. And then they dry it off and they get hungry and then they'll go back in. There's a big cypress tree up here in front of us. The base of that tree is huge. Those trees can live 500-600 years. Whitlakuchi River that we're traveling on. It's all spring fed, fresh water. Starts out in the Green Swamp down in Polk County, a little northeast of Tampa, and it flows for 150 miles to the north. Empties into the Gulf by Yankeetown, a little north of Crystal River. So the Whitlakuchi means the little big river, or the river that comes and goes, and it goes up and down with the seasons every year. Creeping down a little bit right now. Usually May, early June is our lowest point out here. It can get pretty low. This is one of the few deep areas. It's about 15, 20 feet deep right here. But most of the other parts of the river we'll be in today, you can pretty much about half the year you can walk across. If you look over the side, you see that orangey colored bottom. A lot of nice sandy bottom areas out here. Back in between those islands where we were just at, it's kind of muddy back in there. A lot of decaying organic material, but there's a lot of nice clear sandy areas out here. But a lot of times this time of year and into the spring, the tree line over here is the bank of the river. You can see that water's way back in the woods still right now. But it's coming down.
When it's lower, do you see more gators then?
It's easier to see them really, because if they want to get out in the sun, then they come along the edge and they'll lay on the banks here. Right now those banks are all underwater. You know, a month ago on a good day, it was a lot easier to look back in there and you can see them back in there on logs and stuff. But it's getting greener and greener every day out here. So it makes it a little tough to look back in there. But they're saying it's supposed to get pretty low this year, so we'll see. That's the last house there up in front of us. This area over here to the left, this is an old Boy Scout camp. There's 11,000 acres back in here that we're going to follow along. The whole area is open to the public. You can hike, you can ride bicycles back in there, but it's about all they let you do. There's a lot of hogs in there. There's a lot of deer. Bobcats, coyotes, raccoons, skunks, armadillos, rabbits, squirrels, occasional black bear sightings. It's a pretty cool area to explore. So wherever you see those big cypress trees and the knees sticking up, it's a pretty safe bet. It's underwater for a few months out of the year anyway. Some of these maples do pretty good, like this maple in front of us, these red maples. They grow pretty good in the water, but a lot of times they end up just getting blown over. They're not rooted like the cypress trees are. But they live in the water pretty good. Nice LS boat there. About half these boats out here are retired aircraft boats. That's probably like something like similar that would be in like a Denali, like a GM truck or something in that boat. Pretty nice boat. So that's the Wysong Dam up ahead there, and it's a mechanical dam. They can raise and lower it. Right now it's up all the way. They got a couple feet more on the other side over there. This time of year they kind of like to save the water up a little bit. But over that ramp around the corner there's another 14,000 acres of wilderness back in there. Big airboating area, hunting area. Some years the water gets low. You can get in there with dirt bikes and four-wheelers, but it don't happen every year. There's still some water back in there. A couple boat ramps on the left over here, and around the corner there's a little series of locks, outboards and pontoons, stuff like that. But it's a pretty accessible area out here. 2 boat ramps here, a couple miles up on the left there's another boat ramp across the river from us. So just a little tough at times for outboards out here. And a lot of times in the spring the only way to get around is airboats, canoes, and kayaks. Straight up there in front of us in the middle of those boulders is a swimming hole. It's a little freshwater spring back in there. It's 42 feet deep, 72 degrees year round. It's coming right up out of the aquifer back in there.
Wow.
Look at deep birds.
It's 42 feet deep.
Birds walking on the
You can physically go down in there about 12 to 15 feet.
Really?
If you have a mask on, you go down in there and you grab onto a root.
But we're not going to knock us down in the water. When the fan spins, he's
If it
going
was
to
warmer
fall
out, there'd be
under
some
the
people
water.
hanging out here. All that over there to the left behind the boulders where that log is, it's only a couple inches deep. The river goes down a foot. That thing will just be like a backyard round pool.
Walk right out there.
Yeah, it's only about 4 or 5 feet
in the
deep right here, but it can get pretty shallow right in this area. Out in front of us, there's a beach that stretches across there. And, you know, it's hard to believe, but one of these guys over here in the house, he'll come out and rake the beach off, and it gets down another 1.5 feet, 2 foot. They'll be hanging out here on the weekends. It's called Little Spring or Nickel Spring. We got some friends that live back here in the woods, and they found arrowheads and spearheads and little pieces of pottery, and people have been coming here a long time for that fresh water.
Hey,
A lot of beautiful little springs along the river here. a gator out here. There's one laying right over here. You guys can stand up if you want.
Did you see the gator?
He's moving his hand. Like moss growing right on their back.
Yeah, he just climbed out, so that stuff just, you know, all this duckweed. He climbed out and it just ended up on his back. But if he got in the water and swam, it would just come right off.
I don't see anything here other than that international. Well, let's pull in here and see if they have anything that will suit us. Skid steers. 8320 there, 7210R. Oh, there's an 8360. Got fat rubber on it. 8335, that needs tires. Alright, we will not show Jared this tractor. That's a 9620. He would want that, so we're not going to show him that one. I didn't even think they made 9620s, and then he corrected me one day and said that they did. I thought that 9520 was the biggest 20 series. W260. We've got a W235, and that's all the power you need. But some of them windrowers, they do put larger heads on them, and they also put like swathers and stuff like that. But that 235 is more than enough power. The 2600 grain drill, we've got a 3000, so that's just a little smaller tires on it. LB 333, that's the same as our baler there. J&M grain cart. Looks like to be about a 750 bushel, maybe a little bigger. Yeah, 750 bushel. There's a, what is that? 8260 R. I got like a 8760 or something like that way over there that has burned. And we got the combines here. S670 two-wheel drive. 9770 two-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive, what is that? That's in nice shape though. S670. Now the sun is getting in our eyes. We'll come back at the combines coming down the other way there. Got some old iron out there, some 8430. Couple old, like a 6600 combine and a 20 series something or other, 7720. Got a lot of tires out here. Pick up some duals. Definitely a lot of iron here, that's for sure. An 8320R right there. And we got another 8420. Tandem drill hitch. All right, I got a 7R270. That's brand new. Right there. And some smaller ones. And 6125R. Or 6215, I'm sorry. Gotta come down through this combine row here. We've just got some planters and stuff over here to our right. We'll just take a glance at these choppers and combines here. 7500 S670 7550 chopper. Now that chopper right there would be the largest narrow body chopper, so it would be, I believe they're the same horsepower as what a 7700 would be, but the 7700 is the wider cutter head body. Guys overseas prefer the 7500 or the 7700 just because they can get down the roads easier with it, I believe. Now wider body means cutter head. The cutter head is a few inches wider on the larger 7000s. Same with the 8700 that we have. That is larger in width than say an 8600 is. We've got 9510 combine. That is two-wheel drive. Anything that has the tires on backwards is two-wheel drive. It helps with steering with the tires on backwards. Another 9510 two-wheel. Got a 9550 side hill, that's four-wheel drive. 9650 four-wheel drive. 9500 four-wheel drive. S770. That is two-wheel drive. I was going to say it's got new tires on it, but it appears to be a brand new machine. So this would probably be one of the last S-Series combines that you could get your hands on. Because I'm pretty sure all of the X's are out now. I could be wrong now. There's an S670. The Massey Ferguson, I don't know anything about that. That is a, I don't even know what size that is, 9790. And then this John Deere combine was an S670 two-wheel, S660 two-wheel. 9770 two-wheel drive. That's a nice combine. If it was only four-wheel drive, but then we've got a S660. So we're going to make our way into and around them 8000 series tractors that are up front there. Take a peek at them. We might get stuck if we go up through here. But I think we're going to put it in four-wheel drive anyway. Because we got to go buy this older stuff. If anybody's looking for a truck with John Deere lettering on it, there you go. And we've got a... Oh, I would imagine that's like an 8760. Something like that that's burnt. And I thought that was a 30 series, but it's actually an 8440. And we've got a 7700 combine that's had some overheating issues. 8820. Some more pickups here. So we're gonna go inside and talk to the salesman and see what they've got for an 8000 series that we can get our hands on here. Alright, we pulled in their side lot here that's out back. And we got a brand new grain drill right there. We used to have a drill like that. I wonder what they model number that. We had a 750. I don't know what model number that is anymore. Looks like a 9330 over there maybe, I'm not sure, but it's got a Grouser blade on it. Combine, that's probably a customer's job there. Yeah, we've got a couple of grain drills that need put together yet. 9450. I didn't know they made a 9450 combine. That's the first that I've seen. And we've got another item here that's got a different number on it that I've never seen before, and that is an 85X. Gooden Farms, and that's got the real wide rubber on it, and I don't know why, I don't know what that model is, if it's something somebody just played with a number on or what, but that's got them LSW tires on it, front and rear, and maybe that's why the X is on there. So that's 7200, that's just like ours. About as dirty as ours too. Ours being on the mixer wagon's kind of dirty. Got an 8760 that's not burnt, and a 4430 sitting over on the back there. There's a Henniker. I think that would be a stock chopper thing for guys that are probably baling their corn stalks. So Well, we're gonna go in and talk to the salesman now here and see if we can't get some information on these 8000 series tractors that they have here for sale. Alright, we're gonna run this around the parking lot here, see how it does. Run into that grain drill, Sarah? That wouldn't be good, now would it? Just gotta make sure we don't have any abnormalities with it here. Now this is a power shift. It's not an IVT. I didn't want to get an IVT this time around. It's got the ILS front suspension. Oh, I got one guy coming up behind me here. I better not back into him. Bump it up through the gears. I was going to back up, and I got one of the guys moving equipment here, so we don't want to back into him. You want to drive? Huh?
Is that a good idea?
You want to drive? Sarah doesn't know if it's a good idea or not to drive. So this has the leather trim, which is something we're not used to. We've never had a tractor with leather. And now I'm getting frickin' yellow hubs all dirty. They were gonna run through and clean this up again, but might as well give them a reason to have to clean it. I would go faster around here, but it's picking some crap up on the wheels. Run over into snow here a little bit, maybe. This has got a shade and a wiper on the right-hand window. We don't have anything like that. It's got it on the windshield. All right, you want to drive? Yeah, this is like the 9560. It's not like an IVT, so you gotta bump shift every gear. They are going to clean the cab up, like I said. Another thing they're going to do is they're going to set the wheels in, or set the wheels for 30-inch rows for us. I won't have to do that when it comes. And they're also going to change the oils and the filters on it, which is going to be a bonus. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah?
I think I should get
Oh, geez, you think you should plant corn, huh? Alright, so this needs cleaned up, but they're going to work on that. Comes with the hammer strap. And pumping the diesel exhaust fluid back. I also had them throw in a set of fenders on this. It's got 480 80 R50 tires on it, same size as the 7290. They're a good tire to plant corn with. It's got a quick hitch for it, and this one has 3 power shafts. It's got a 540 and 1000, and then it's also got large 1000, which that's the large 1000 there. And I've got to get the module for it that bolts on there. I gotta make sure they throw that in, make sure that comes along with it. 4 remotes. And it's got 16 weights up front. So we'll run inside and get the paperwork drawn up on this, and then we'll head on out of here. Alright, we're just leaving the dealership here now, and they are going to get this thing in the shop, set the wheels on. They got to ship it with the duals off anyways. They're going to change the oils on it, put some front fenders on there, and deliver it to New York State here. Well, there we are. We made it home. Traveled 3,700 miles, 3,699.4 miles. Average 21.6 miles to the gallon. So we will see what the boys did, what they didn't do, and yeah, so that's gonna do it, folks. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you at the next video.